Hey YouTubers, welcome to another episode here on ESGNet of MLB 13 Road to the Show with Theo Bonds on MLB 13 The Show. And in this episode, we are going to stay at home in this 6-game homestand against the Milwaukee Brewers and the Seattle Mariners in this episode. As you seen last episode, he made his debut, played the last 2 games of the Cincinnati series, and as you see, we're 3.5 games out of first place in the NL Central there. You see Cincinnati ahead of us, and Milwaukee's trailing behind us, but they're only 6 games out of first place in the Central. So let's go ahead and get to the very first game of this series against the Brewers. And there you see Theo is right in the bench right now, and he is coming in as a pitch hitter here in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs, nobody on board, and he's going against Zach McAllister of the Brewers, a right-handed pitcher for the Brewers. And we'll see what Theo can do. As you see there, talking to the coach there, Mike Matheny, about his at bat here. So bottom of the 4th, nice hit right there by Bonds, and he gets a nice line drive hit right there. And we're currently down 3 runs, 6-3. And then you see Bonds gets a nice base hit. So we'll see what he can do. And then you see the league leaders team batting average right now with a 267 for the season for the Cardinals. So there you see Bonds helping out a little bit what he can, and there you see we end the game with a final score of 9-4. Wow. McAllister gets his 17th win of the season, and Westbrook gets his 6th loss of the year for the Cardinals there. So you see Freeze 2-for-4 home run, but not enough to get the win for this game. So we'll go ahead and move on to game 2 of this 3-game series with the Brewers. And there you see stat lines right there that Bonds had during the 4th inning there. So like I said, he's coming off the bench. He's not doing too much. He's only getting an at bat at a time. So far, there you see, like I said, behind the bench, and he's 2 weeks before his goal that he needs to complete. Now he's already completed 2 to 3 goals. The last goal he has to complete is he has to get 6 or less strikeouts in these next 2 series here. So we'll see what he can do, or here in the next not the next 2 series, next 8 series. So basically, he has to finish the season with 6 or less strikeouts. So where you see coming in game 2, the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs, and I believe a runner on first here. And there you see Mike Matheny giving him some instructions there of what he wants him to do with this at bat. Possibly drive this run home, or move it, if worst case scenario, move the runner over and get him in a scoring position. So here we go. Bottom of the 7th, two outs, runner on second, 2-2 game. Bonds gets the pitch, and he hits it, and it's long gone. Is it? Oh, it is foul ball. So count 0-1, 2 outs, still runner on second, or runner on first, 2-2 game. There you see a dribbler towards the second baseman for the easy out there. Oh man, Bonds almost had a home run. If it would just hit the pole, that would have been a home run, but it just barely went fair, but it went foul, and went in the foul territory, so he had to go back up, and unfortunately it did move the runner over, but not an impact like most people wanted him to. I'm sure the fans there in St. Louis wanted him to hit a home run right there and get them back in the game, but they do win the game 5-2. Bonds ends the game 0-1, batting average 300, and like I said, 5-2 game. So you see 1 home run, 1 RBI so far in this short campaign with the Cardinals organization in the Major League. So we go ahead and go to game 3, last game of this series, and you see he's coming in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out and nobody aboard. He's going to go against Jim Henderson, and there you see the stats right there for Bond and for Henderson. So we'll go ahead and go to the bottom of the 7th with 1 out, 1-0 pitch, and it's a line drive, a little drive there to the shortstop, who grounds out Bonds. And there you see Bonds 0 for 1 for the day. Coach does not look too happy. I'm pretty sure he's probably thinking, I've heard a lot about this kid. What is his problem? What's his deal? So there you see the 6-3 put out there in the 7th inning. Bonds unable to do anything. Of course, there was no runners on board, so he wouldn't be able to drive a run home. But I'm thinking that they were hoping that he was going to hit a home run. So the Brewers win the game 2-1. You see with 10 hits, 1 error for the Brewers there. So we'll go ahead and go to the next series here, and we get to Game 1 in this 3-game series against Seattle at home. And there you see Bonds is making the card there. He will start in this game, so this will be his second professional start in the major leagues. He made his last start against Pittsburgh in Game 3 of that series. So he's making a Game 1 start here as a first baseman here for the St. Louis Cardinals, going against the Seattle Mariners, who, as we all know, not a good, well-oiled machine team, but definitely can, if they wanted to do some damage. There you see a strikeout there in the bottom of the first for Bonds there. So 1-2-3 punch out right there for Bonds. There you see Seattle already scored a run, and Cardinals trailing now by 1. Still in the 4th, trailing by 1. There you see another strikeout by Bonds. So that's the second strikeout of the ball game. So we go to the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th, runners on first and second. We're up by a run, 2-1. There you see a nice hit down the middle, back towards the towards the pitcher, and it ends up driving a run home. So now it makes it 3-1. Cardinals lead the game. So bottom of the 4th, 4-1. Empty bases are empty, 2 outs, 1-2 pitch, and Bonds ends up going for it, and they say he went around. And so that's another strikeout for Bonds. That is strikeout number 3 for him in this game. You see the running off. I'm pretty sure he was a little intimidated by Bonds, because Bonds was not too happy with himself. There you see 1 for 4. Coach is not happy with him. 1 RBI in the game. There you see Matt Holliday 2 for 4, a home run, an RBI, and a run for the game. And there you see the Cardinals do win the game 5-1, but not a start that Bonds wanted to impress his coach for. He wants to do well so he can be able to get that, be able to stay on the team for next year, and maybe even get a starting position for the Cardinals there, starting at first base. So go ahead and get to the next game, Game 2. And we go here to the bottom of the 9th, bottom of the 9th, with 2 outs, nobody on board, and the score 3-2, where Cardinals are trailing by 1. We'll see if Bonds again can do anything with this at bat here and a pitch hitting situation. Maybe the coach thinks him coming in late in the game, he can get fired up and get ready, and maybe even start next the Game 3 against this Seattle's ball club. So 3-2, trailing by 1, bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, nobody on board. Bonds swings, and he takes the first pitch and ends up grounding out towards the second baseman for an easy routine play right there. So again, Bonds, for some reason, not taking his time in looking for pitches there. He thought that one was a good pitch, but he could have waited a little longer there. And then you see the Seattle Mariners very happy with the win, very happy to see the rookie go for the first pitch there to win the game 3-2, taking Game 2 of this 3-game set against the Mariners. And there you see the Seattle ball club coming out, congratulating one another, and Mike Matheny thinking, man, we got to do something for Bonds. We gotta get this kid. We gotta get him adjusted here to the major leagues, because we're slipping away this possible wild card run, because the Cincinnati are still first place, but the Cardinals still have a shot at getting the playoff spot there to get into the wild card. and win it. So there you see player of the game for Seattle. And what a game he had. 1 home run, 2 for 4 for the day, 2 RBIs. And that's a game that I'm sure Bonds is really, really wanting to have here in this series and beyond. He wants to do well. He wants to stay in the show. He wants to stay part of this club and not be brought down to AAA, because if you play bad, you will get sit down. To get your swing back, or in any case, get your groove back into playing the type of ball that you're everyone's accustomed to seeing you play. So there you see his stats. He only gets 6 points for that ground out, that 1-pitch ground out. So 1 home run, 2 RBIs. We go to Game 3 now of this 3-game set, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bonds again, nobody on board. No outs this time. 5-4 game. There you see Cardinals have 12 hits, so they've been hitting well, but leaving a lot of guys stranded on the base path. So we'll see what he can do against Cameron Lowell right here. And there you see Bonds getting his bat. He got a lot on his mind, because he's struggling some. He wants to do well and perform well at the plate. So there you see 0-2 pitch, and he goes for outside, high and outside at that, and he ends up walking back to the dugout with his head hung low and upset with himself. So we'll see here in the replay right there, the strikeout, high and away, and Bonds could not catch up with it. His bat speed not doing too well for him in this game. So we go to the top of the 9th. He's actually coming in as a catcher now. They do a switch out here for the catcher, and he comes in and gets calls for a pitch there, and gets the 1-2 double play right there, or I should say a 6-3 double play there in the game. So there you see Carpenter, Craig, and Holiday got the last chance to get them back to the ball game to win the game, but unfortunately they're unable to. So we end up losing the game 5-4, and then you see Westbrook loses again. He gets hit with a loss with the season record of 8-7, and Bonds gets that letter right there, a letter that most baseball players probably do not like, the letter K, because Bonds gets one right there. I guess if you're a pitcher, you like to see the letter K, but if you're a batter, a power batter, especially like Bonds, a power hitter and whatnot, that's a letter that you fear. So you see Bonds not doing too well in this series. So up next, he has to change his attitude, because now he's going to go on the road, and he's headed off to Colorado and to Milwaukee against the Rockies and against the Brewers. So come back again for episode number 28, where we'll see them on the road for a 7-game homestand on the road against NL opponents right there. So that's it for this episode here on MLB Road to the Show with Theo Bonds, episode 27 here on ESGNet. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.